Hi, this is Andrew Hoffman. Hoping you're doing well today. I wanted to talk to you about William Blake. Before you get on the discussion thread for Blake, you have to do a few things. First of all, of course, I expect you to read the introduction to Blake, all the biography and information about his life, as well as the influences on his art. When I speak of Blake's art, in this case, we're talking not only about poetry, but his art of engraving, which was a key facet to how he made his living. People don't make a living in poetry, never did. But Blake is a very interesting character for our very first person to read because he's very non-traditional. Blake, as he approaches the world, sees it in very spiritual terms, but not Christian terms, or that is to say, not traditional Christianity. He looks at children as being very special. I know it's been said the Victorians invented childhood, but I would argue it was the Romantics who did that. Because in Blake's mind, the life that we spend here on earth is just a small sliver of time compared to eternity. And our souls, the important part of ourselves, lives with God before we come to be born on earth. And so children have this special quality. They are closer to God. As we grow older and more mature, while in many people's minds that makes us better, in Blake's idea, that made us worse. That is, experience takes us away from vital spiritual understandings. And then what the earth would call the most accomplished person, the full adult, is actually furthest away from spirituality. Good news, you're going to die, and then you get to return to God. Now with Blake, as you look at his poems, they're divided into two, call them Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. As you read these poems, you'll notice that many of the poems repeat, or that I should say the titles repeat. Two different ways of looking at the same thing. Think of Chimney Sweeper poems, the two Chimney Sweeper poems, Holy Thursday. All right, there's several of these, Infant Joy, Infant Sorrow. And it's very instructive to kind of examine how the poems are different, how the two Chimney Sweeper poems are different, so forth and so on. Now, not all the poems have pairs, okay? But the poems in the Songs of Innocence represent a certain attitude or feel towards life, which is, as innocence suggests, right, more directly connected to our, shall we call it, our true selves, right? With experience, things go sour, right? And it's harsher, not as nice. Probably the two poems that are most illustrative of this don't have the same title. One is called The Lamb in the Songs of Innocence, and the other is called The Tiger in Songs of Experience. If anybody knows any Blake poem, it's The Tiger, right? Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Great poem. Examine these poems. Think about what they're saying about life, spirituality, about what the world does to us, about rules, whether it's rules from religion, from law, from tradition, right? William Blake is one of the first truly radical poets that we have, of course, the first poet we have this semester, about breaking down those rules that many people see as essential. He thought they were actually corrupting and ruined the true purpose of why we're even here on earth. So think about those things and then write your discussion about one of the poems. Thank you.